Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm gonna be filming my Panda Face Palette project, and I've made so much progress on this project. I'm just so excited for this project, and I know that I will be repeating this project next year. It's been close to my heart. I just feel like I've been showing so much love to my makeup this way, creating certain projects that I adore to do. Some projects are a hassle, some projects just make you feel overwhelmed, but this one is just one that I keep just feeling fresh and happy, even though the products are basically the same. So if you want to see my update on this Panda Face Palette project with my Natasha Denona face palettes, then just keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so I was just watching my last video to see the goals because I have a few goals clear in my head, but not all the goals that I set for myself for this project I remembered. So first thing, the Hourglass palette. I'm already putting together my makeup bag for my trip, and that's gonna be in September. So next month I'm leaving, and I know I will be taking that palette with me, or I still feel that way about it. So I'm gonna just give you the progress on the other three Natasha Denona palette, the tan one, the bronze one, and the bloom one. So I'm gonna start with the bronze one, which was the one that was the most neglected one of all of them, because since I hit pan on the highlighter, I just stopped using it. Since I found out how beautifully this brush works with my cream products, I've been using it more and more. This is my Sigma Flat Angle Kabuki brush, and maybe you will see this video before or maybe after, but I filmed a favorites video of Mis Amores products that I've been loving. So this brush has just changed the way that I see creams and that I use creams on my face. I basically use creams now every single day on my face. Sometimes I will put powder on top, powder products on top, bronzer, blush, and whatnot, but sometimes I will only do creams, and this brush takes care of it the way I want it without making my makeup be flimsy for the humid weather that I live in. So I don't want to go on a tangent, but that brush is the one that I've been using for all my cream products. So this is the Bronze Chic Face Glow palette, and my goal for this one was to try and hit pan on the blush. I didn't hit pan on it, but I'm putting a dent in it, and I've been using it a lot. Same with the highlighter. When I use the blush, I use the highlighter. So the pan that the highlighter had has been just moving around, since this is a potty formula, and it's been getting covered up. But I don't care about that. I just want to finish the product as evenly as possible. I'm still using sometimes the bronzer. I will use the Super Glow Nude. It has a little dip on it because I will use it as an inner corner highlight or as a highlighter. But the goal for this one was to use the blush, and I'm so in love with the blush because these two cream products, even though they're creams in a way, they have this bouncy formula that works perfect on top of powder. So I would highly recommend you getting this palette because it's so beautiful, and I know that the Super Glow Bronze, the orangey one, you can use it on your lid if you wanted to. Now for the Tan Bronze and Glow palette, which is the other palette that I have on this project. My goal for this one was to hit pan on the blush and bronze powder because I was using it as a bronzer a ton. I said that I wasn't using the Glow Cream base anymore because I wasn't that into cream bronzer because my makeup would move around. I solved that with this brush. I have to even say that that's the only bronzer that I'm wearing on my cheeks today. So it's the only bronzer that I'm wearing all over my face because I just love using it with this brush. And then I said that I wanted, since I mixed the blush and bronze powder with the Super Glow, I could just use them both at the same time and then maybe heat pan in both. But I knew that that wasn't going to be for a month. That wasn't going to be the update for just 1 month. And that I wanted to erase all the ND engraving in the Glow Impact powder. On this one, even though it wasn't part of the goal, I expanded the pan on the Glow Cream base. Maybe not the size of the pan, but the thinness all surrounding the pan. Then I didn't really use the Super Glow one mixed with the bronzer. I used the bronzer on its own, and I'm even wearing it as a eyeshadow today as a bronzer a little bit. I just topped my glow cream base with the blush and bronze powder, and I use it as an eyeshadow for my lower lash line and as a crease shade for my lid. And then I've been mixing the glow powder, the glow impact powder, with the highlighter from the Bloom palette. And I haven't removed all the ND engraving, but it has been showing a lot of progress. So as you probably saw on the close-up, this has been getting a lot of more love, even though I tried to clean it before showing it to you guys because they look super messy. I just wanted you to see how these palettes can get this much love. I'm so sad that I'm not gonna be able to take all of these palettes because they would be great for me for every day. And then the last palette, which is the palette that I said that I was gonna use without exchanging it for the entire year, and this is in fact the palette that I'm gonna take with me as a companion to the Hourglass palette, is the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette. And this palette, it's my favorite from all the Natasha Denona palettes. I wish I could exchange the reddish shade, even though I use it sometimes on my lips, for a blush like the cream blush on the bronze palette, which would be my everyday go-to blush, even though I adore the blush on this palette already, because I know I would use the palette overall more. But I know what she did, and I know the theme of it. So on this one, what I decided to do right after I filmed the update was to repress the blush and the highlighter, because I had major pan in both of them, in the highlighter and the blush. The highlighter was complete again, was so full, and my goal for this one was to eventually hit pan on the red, but I knew that would be a long-term goal, and to try and hit side pan on the blush, and then to expand the pan in the highlighter. So since I repressed the blush and the highlighter, the powder products, this has been harder to accomplish, but you will see the amount of product that I have left on the blush. Using it every single day, this has been amazing for me to finish this blush and to set my mind, or to put my mind to it. I've been just wanting the Orgasm Blush again in my life, because that was a blush that I would finish, and this is similar to it. It's different. Orgasm has more of a pink tone to it, and it's more of an everyday blush than this one, but I've been loving this for every day I use it. Even when I'm using other blushes, I will use this one. I love the glow. It's one that I have on my cheeks today. And underneath my foundation, I use the reddish tone and the glow cream base mixed together, which has been my way of using more the cream blush since it's so highly pigmented. But when I want a more natural blush, I will put the reddish tone blush with the brush that I showed you from Sigma underneath my foundation, and that will just give me a hint of a flush, and I love that. I love that so much. So I expanded the glow cream base so much, and I've been expanding the pan in the cream blush. Recently, about 4 days ago, hit pan again in the Glow Extreme, or the highlighting powder, and I've been just expanding the pan like crazy on the blush. I think that before I go, maybe even before the next update, I will finish the blush completely. So my new goal for this palette, it's gonna be to try and finish one side of the glow cream base. I've been using it often, like I said, so I know that will take me about 2 updates. Maybe I will do so when I get to the US, or maybe if I finish it beforehand, if I have only a little side left, I will have one Stila blush or one cream blush that I already own mixed together with the rest of it and repress it and create a new pan. Since I'm gonna be traveling with it, I don't want to waste any space on my little makeup bag. Same with the blush. If I finish the blush completely, I will repress a powder blush that I'm about to finish, or that has enough product to last me for a long time when I'm there, because I know I will finish this before I go, and I don't want to take an empty pan with me. It just, for me, that doesn't make any sense. I would prefer to leave the palette behind and take a palette that I could work on more. So yeah, I will just make sure that if I have 2 empty pans on this palette, to add two products that I can just use a lot and that I can also finish during the trip. Another goal that I have is to finish. So my goals are, let's just go back. To finish more of the glow cream base, to keep working on the cream blush, to finish the duo glow, which is the blush that I have here, then to expand the pan on the glow extreme, which is the powder highlighter. And then if I get to finish any of the two that I told you, which I think are the ones that I'm gonna be hitting pan the quickest, I can repress other products in it. And then on this one will be to still hit pan in the blush, to try to erase more of the ND pattern right here, and to expand the pan in the highlighter. On this one will not have a goal yet. And then on the tan one, I want to truly expand the pan in the glow cream base. I will keep using it as a bronzer. It works as a bronzer for me. And I will keep using the blush and bronze more. And I want to erase all the ND pattern from the tan one. So that's basically it for this update of my Panda Face Palette project. If you want to see this project, what I did last year with it, and what I've been doing this year with it, then you can go, because I have a playlist of it. I will put it someplace on the screen, or I will leave a link below so that you guys can check it out. Let me know if you love any of these face palettes, because I love them. I truly do love the Natasha Denona face palettes. I have all 4 of them, and I just think that they're great. I wish you would do I Need a Nude type of face palette, where she would do more wearable everyday shades. And I would love if she would do that for light to medium skin tones and tan to deep skin tones, so that you can pick and choose the colors that you love in a more neutral way. Not too pink, not too orangey, just more neutral, that it would work one for each side of the spectrum when it comes to skin tone. So that's it, you guys. That's it for this video. Don't forget to leave an emoji. Anything related to tan, to bloom, or to bronze. Anything related to that as an emoji today. Let me know if you love this type of videos, and if you're working on a face palette, if you're doing this project, so that I can go and check it out. And I love you, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.